Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the War Room. Been a bit of a hiatus as I've been busy with a lot of other things, and sorry to say I haven't done any videos, but I've been inspired by watching Dad versus Son videos, and I wanted to do one of Salerno 43, which I've been uh, dying to learn how to play. And from watching his videos, I think I got a pretty good idea of how to play it. Now I'm kind of starting here in the middle, as there's been a million videos of turn one, and I set everything up and I landed, and all that went great. I landed the commandos and they pushed inland as far as they could. They only can go one hex, but I rolled two for everybody, so they landed one and then pushed inland for their second move. So the commandos got here, and in Salerno, the British commandos, I should say, these were the Rangers. The British commandos landed here and were able to attack the port of Salerno and knock the garrison out, and then they got an advance result, so they knocked them out, and then they advanced one up into the hills to push keep the Germans away as much as possible. So we went through the landing turn and we did all that, and everything went pretty normal. And then major disaster was down here at the American beach, where I managed to lose both beachheads. I spread the units out trying to take this pastum, and so I put four, and I had four strength points in each one of these hexes. And well, when these guys attacked from here on the hill, which was originally this unit and this unit, they attacked these guys here, and I threw in both the battleship, or I should say both the naval support and the American air support. And so each lost a step. So I took the other 2, 2, 3 I had put in there, who initially had landed on Red Beach there. And so that was kind of a stalemate. But unfortunately, I had the 443 landed here on Red Beach and went here. And the Panzer, the 16th Panzer battalion came down and hit him. He was there, hit him, and got an exchange. And so I tried to hold. I lost a step, and then I tried to hold so I wouldn't lose the beachhead. And of course, he got wiped out. And then he lost a step as well in the exchange. But he advanced in, attacked, advanced there, and then attacked, wiped out this beachhead, and then he also got an advance too, so he was attacked again and wiped out this beachhead, but in the he lost a step, so that destroyed him. So basically, I moved. I should have just left. Apparently, I should have left 6 here and 6 here and just held the beachheads rather than tried to expand out of the beachheads the first turn. Or maybe I should have used the naval gunfire support for one attack and the air support for the other attack, and it wouldn't have ended so badly for the Americans. So now they've lost both American beachheads. So I guess what I'm going to do is, well, now running through the rest of the turn, basically the Germans advanced up and moved in where they could and tried to contain the beachheads as much as possible. And as I said, they made that one attack, which was very successful. That's going to hurt the Americans. So I don't know how it'll play from here. But I thought maybe I'd record a couple of turns of playing it and see if it's of any value, any interest to anyone. So The rest of the German turn was fairly uneventful. They didn't have enough really to attack anywhere else. The odds weren't all that great. And maybe when they get some reinforcements next turn, but they really crippled the Allied landing here for the Americans. So basically, I guess what I'm going to have to do is use either the British beaches or the ports that we managed to secure. So with the first thing to do now is in the initial phase for the Americans is place reinforcements. There are no reinforcements. Well, the follow-on wave. Use replacements, no replacements, and then flip ASUs with supply points. So what we'll have to do is bring the Brits on here and here, and then the Americans, now these will count as one, so one can land here, and one can land here. And then if I wanted to land a 2 or a 3, a unit that has 2 or 3 stacking points, I could land them at Salerno, but Salerno, oh, let me move the camera up. Salerno only has, normally if the Germans weren't within 2 hexes of the port, Salerno would have a 3 landing point capability, but as it's, the Germans are within that distance, they're only a 1, excuse me, so I have to put a 2-turn naval transport marker on there. So he can land at Salerno, but it's going to take him 2 turns. So it looks like maybe we'll have to shift the direction of the attack, the Americans to the north, and then the British to the middle or the south, as the Americans managed to lose their beachheads right off the bat. So that would be the initial phase, getting ready, and then we go to the movement step. So the Americans, well, let's see. I hate to lose what we've already gained, but I'm going to go, and Americans are limited to tactical movement on the first turn, or the Allies, I should say. So basically that means I can only go 2 hexes. So we're going to try and expand the bridgehead a little bit. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. So we'll move him there. We'll move this fellow out, 1, 2. And then these guys will move up and see if we can 1, 2. No, I think we'll go 1 to there. And then he will come in here. And he will be half strength because he just landed. And oh, wait a minute, he just landed as well, so he can only go, that's 1, 2 for him, and he will be at half strength, or half effectiveness. So that gives us a fairly solid beachhead. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of ground there. So he is going to come ashore up here and stop right there on Salerno. And he will come ashore there, and he will come ashore there. And there'll be marked half effective. Now the Rangers should be able to push up the road here. 1, 2. These guys can also both push inland. 1. But they won't be able to do much good this turn because that's as far as they can go. And yeah, he will have to wait there until he can come ashore next turn. Let's see, he's elite. So that would be, they're elite. So that would cancel out. So that would be 1 to 1. If we threw in the air power, that would 2 to 1, 3 to 1. I don't think we can use the artillery because it just landed. Do we have British artillery here anywhere? That's probably my one criticism of the game is the naval bombardment can only reach 2 hexes, 1, 2, 1, 2 inland, whereas most of the shore artillery can reach 4 or 5 hexes or more. Well, 4 or 5, I think is typical. Like, yeah, it's core artillery. Let's see, do I have him in the right place? Yeah, no, he goes there. He moved forward 1 after he moved forward 1 and attacked earlier. So that looks like that's going to be it for the Allies. Now, do I want to, that would be 3 doubled, so he's a 6. So 6, 8. Tank shift doesn't work into the hills. He's elite, so that would make it a 1 to 2, unless I threw in some artillery, which I don't seem to have any artillery ashore at the moment. So I'm thinking we won't attack there, but I think we will attack here because this would be 1 to 1. We'll send in the Spitfires or the Seafires, and we'll flip the naval gunfire to support them. So elite to elite, 4 to 4, so 3 to 1. And let's see. 3 to 1. A 5 is A1, D1, advance 2. So both sides lose 1 step. Surviving defenders must either retreat 2 hexes and become disrupted or conduct a determined defense. So he's got to decide if he wants to conduct a determined defense. And I don't think he does. So he loses a step. The Seafires go back and are marked as used. And it looks like we're going to lose one of our commandos. So we'll put him over there. And so he'll go back 1, 2 and be disrupted. So let's throw a disrupted marker on him. And so he'll be disrupted. So now I can advance. Let's see. I can retreat 2 hexes. The attacker may advance 2 hexes, but I'm only going to advance 1 hex and stay in the hills, so I am doubled if he attacks. I don't think I want to stick my neck out too far until I get a few more reinforcements in here. All right, so that's the combat phase, and I don't think we have any combat phase, so then any other combat. So now we go to rally phase, remove replacements, half effectiveness, and truck markers. So we'll move We'll remove those. I'll have to check to make sure, but I don't think artillery can fire the turn it comes ashore. All right, so now supply phase. Check supply. Everybody can trace either to a beachhead and or to a port. So everybody is in supply, and same with the Germans. They can easily trace to off to a map edge where they can get supply. This unit up here may not move until turn 3. Comes with a convenient marker. So there is the situation at the end of turn 1. Oh, I do get one supply point, I believe, because the first turn 1, the Allied supply 1, German supply 1, and that is basically the situation at the end of turn 1. So we have 3 victory points because we took 5 victory locations, but we lost 2 points when we lost the beachheads, and that counts permanently against us as a loss of 2 victory points. And here they are down here in the dead box. So that is the end of turn 1, which is victory. Oh, check victory phase. But yeah, we're not anywhere near the victory conditions. And then we've got the reinforcement cards set up, which will come in next turn. There'll be some for the Germans on turn 2. So that'll stabilize the situation quite a bit for them, which is one of the reasons why I didn't push out too far, get too carried away with up here after I did push him back. So that's the end of turn 1. Thanks for watching, and I'll do at least turn 2 here coming up once I read through and check on some more of the rules to make sure I did everything right there. And if anybody sees anything that I did wrong, let me know, or has any questions, comment in the box below. And thank you very much for watching again and subscribing to the channel. And comments are always appreciated. And remember, no fighting in a war room. Take care and have a great weekend.